So I spent 32 hours stranded in a Russian airport. So I rode on a Holocaust train from Ivanovo, Russia to St. Petersburg. And I was still an amateur. God, it was a long time ago. I was an amateur. I fought in Russia. I had 5 fights, I want to say, or 3 fights. I had 3 fights, that's what it was. 3 fights before I ever got invited over. Got invited to fight over there. I think it was an amateur fight, although they did pay me after that. But if I lost, they wouldn't have paid me. There were 5 of us that went over there. 4 fighters and a coach. The 3 fighters lost. I won. Woo! It was my 4th professional fight. They announced, you know, Smiling Sam Alvey with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. And standing in the other corner with a record of 30 wins, no losses, and 1 no contest, with a name so hard to pronounce, Russians can't even do it. So, big hairy Sasquatch command. That's who I fought. He walked out. He wasn't that tall, but dude was thick and hairy. He might have been a Sasquatch. Fought him, beat him. That's a story for another time. I fought in a circus. There were lions and tigers backstage. But this story. So we fought him, beat him. The next day, it's time for us to go home. But we're in Russia, so getting home is a problem. And we're in Ivanovo. I'll bet you a lot of you have never heard of Ivanovo. It's actually a city of about 400,000 people. It's a city of brides. So after World War II, all the men in Russia were dead. So Ivanovo needed a way to make money, so they sold themselves as wives across the world. And it was a beautiful little city. Hey, funny thing about Russia is it seems like it's 30 years behind us. So I was back there in 2009 or 7 or something, and they were 30 years behind. So they might now be like 1990 over there. Our hotel actually had a disco. It was called a disco connected to it. So we went down and we discoed every night. But yeah, so keep getting ahead of myself. We were over there. None of us spoke Russian. We had a translator with us. She was very nice. I wish I could remember her name. She was real nice. We spent, 2 weeks with her. She's just a wonderful gal. Finally, she said, all right, so this is what's going to happen. You're going to go on this train. This train's going to go for 9 hours in that direction. Then you're going to get off and you're going to get to the airport. I said, okay, that sounds great. We hugged and kissed goodbye, do whatever. Say, hey, see you next time. And she put us on the plane, or on the train. Now, the 4 of us fighters, we're pretty tired. We just had a fight week, 2 weeks, but we fought and then we were going home. The coach was not. The coach got blitz drunk. Drunk. I didn't even know how he got drunk. He was a very nice drunk, very funny. He got wasted and he was bothering everyone. We weren't in the same cabin. We were all put in different places for whatever reason, just where we boarded the train. And he was wandering up and down and he was trying to break in rooms. And I said, all of us, us fighters, you have to calm down. Go lay down. Go lay down. You need to get away from this because this is not good. So we all went and laid down, and at first it was great. It was like each one of us had our own room, and then we stopped and more people got on, and then more people got on, and eventually you had to lay flat in this bed, and there was a bed, I don't know, 10 inches above you, and then above that. So every cabin now had 8 beds, all stacked on. I couldn't roll over. I was stuck on my back for like 9 hours. It was dark, so it was nice. I'm sure I slept a bit, but man, it was uncomfortable. And I heard Coach just jabbering with whoever, and nobody, he didn't speak Russian, so he was just jabbering and bothering people. But we got stuck on this, and it was a Holocaust train. I am sure of it. It had shuttled people from one place to another place, and none of the places were good. But yeah, we were stuck in that train. We got off, and Coach sobered up. The rest of us were all tired and exhausted from almost sleeping all night. And we got off one train. We need to get on another train. None of us spoke Russian. And we had to follow. The maps were actually easy enough to read. It was similar to New York City, except much easier to read. Like, we were here, and then they have a red line going to wherever it wanted us to go, or we needed a yellow line. So we found the one that took us to the airport. And it took some doing, but we got there. John White Trash Freeland, he was kind of the leader of this group at this point. He said, I got this. I think he's been to Russia once before. But yeah, he got us to the right place. We got off at the airport. We got to the airport 32 hours before our flight. And so, okay, we're here. Now what? Didn't speak Russian, as I continuously say for some reason. Didn't know anyone there. Couldn't do anything. So we got 2 rows of chairs. We put them like a column next to the wall. So there's only one way. This was Little America. For the next 32 hours, it's going to be Little America. We had the 2 rows of chairs. We put all of our bags, and we were in Russia for 2 weeks, so we had a lot of bags with us. We made a wall of bags on the far end. So if we wanted to get in or out, we either had to move the bags or we had to jump over the chairs. But that was our little sanctuary. And then for the next 32 hours, we went to and from the liquor department, and we got shit-faced. I mean, I'm gonna say we, but I really don't drink, so I don't remember if I drank anything. But our group as a whole was shit-faced. And every time we ran out of vodka, they'd go back up to the, no duty and buy more. I don't think we slept. I do remember my wife, now girlfriend at the time, she gave me a Nintendo DS, a Nintendo something. I played Mario a lot. So Mario, I was playing that and just going for vodka, coming back, going for vodka and coming back. And for 32 hours. We had so much fun at this place. One of the people that we were traveling with, his name was Bohm. This was post 9/11, so Bohm. So because everyone was drunk, we said, "Hey, Ray Bohm, where are you?" And it's like, "Shut up, guys! That's the wrong thing to yell at an airport." So 32 hours passed. We get on the plane. We all pass out hard. We had a big layover in Amsterdam. So we flew to Amsterdam. I think we had 13 hours off. We went off and saw Amsterdam, and I had a good time there. Then I was in charge at this point because then I don't drink. And so if I had a shot or two, I might have, but I was the sober one. We got to Amsterdam. They're all drinking and everything, and so I was the sober one this time. So guys, we have to do this. We have 13 hours. I'm like checking my watch, well, not my phone, but my watch at the time, and just shuttling everyone around. Hey, get over here. I was the mother hen. I was. Get back. Got back to the plane in time. We went home. But that was just the story of how we got home. I spent 32 hours in a Russian airport.